Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Salutations and peace and much blessings to your hopeful elect of the children of Israel. All right, people of Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian descent. All right, Israelite foreigners, who Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and scattered amongst the four corners of the earth amongst the heathen nations. And they look like the heathen nations, but are Israelites through their father's side. And you awkward, you women that's humbling yourself as well. All right, just focusing on, and again, just the spirit is on me to just having that solar eclipse that's coming April 8th, and 4 days. It just had me thinking about it and watching videos on it and things like that. So I just wanted to make another quick video on it. Because these are really significant times that we're living in, really exciting times that we're living in, and again, we're not anticipating that day something major is going to happen, like destructions and the kingdom, because then the kingdom's coming. No, they're just, again, like the scripture says, especially, Genesis 1, and was it 1 and 7, 1 and 14, something like that. Oh, here, let me get it. They're just signs and wonders. They're just signs of things to come. All right. So it says here, is it? Yes, like it was 14. And the Most High, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for season and for days and for years. Okay, I wanted to read that real quick. So there's just signs. And before I go on, let me do this here. Okay, let's see. See what'll come up here. This is devils. These devils know, again, that they're it's not good. And they're getting worried. They're not sleeping too well, knowing these things. All right, but what I was hoping to come up with something on Wikipedia. Did I spell it wrong? Here we go. Spiritual signs from the sun and the moon. Let's see what it has here. It's not giving me nothing here. Hold on. What's this sun and moon letters? What? I'm just trying to go into that astrology bullshit. A lot of that is a lot of witchcraft. Sun and moon, rising sun, meaning. Let me do this one instead. Norse mythology suggested the sun was being consumed by a great sky wolf. What? And Incas thought their sun god had been attacked by a jaguar. Jake just bugged out. In all these cases, eclipses were a bad omen. In all these cases, they were a bad omen. A sign that the ruler would soon die. Look at that. A sign that the ruler would soon die, or a war would break out, or famine would come. There we go. You see? And the elites know this. And this is what their astrologers and their stargazers and what's the scripture say? Their monthly prognostic. Let me grab that. It's Isaiah 47. See, Esau's worried. He's worried out of his, he's sleepless. Just like the men of the Lord are having trouble sleeping. Women as well, the elect, Esau is as well. It says here, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted. And remember doing that World Economic Forum meeting where they had the witch doing a ritual? He's trying to do everything he can. He's, on the left-hand side to save his wicked ass, but nothing's going to work. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So stand now with thine enchantments, and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, whereas thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Yeah, so let's hit that word worried there. Thou art worried. To be worried, to be impatient, be grieved, to be grieved, be offended, be worried, be impatient, to be tired of something, worries oneself, exhausted. So he's feeling it too. He's feeling it too. I would say all a primitive root to tire, to be disgusted, fainted, grieved, loath, to be make weary. So this devil's feeling it as well. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Grieved. he's not hearing the good news that he's used to hearing. Look, one of the meanings is be offended. He's offended that. Again, what does it say? That he's offended by that. I'm on high. I have the riches of the world. You know, how dare you give me this bad news? You know, that these niggas gonna rule the world again? It's literally what this devil's thinking. These monkeys, what do they always call us? Monkeys? Monkeys? Call us monkeys? Apes? Gorillas? Baboons? Esau got all kind of bywords for us. You know, but he's offended. This devil's offended. Let now the astrologers, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a cold or warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. None shall save thee. None shall save thee. So that bad omen, a sign that the ruler would soon die. And who's the ruler? Esau, Edom. Or a war would break out. In this case, all three of these, or famine would come. In this case, all three. All three. And more. And some. All right. Okay, so let me get this. So let's read the scripture here. Psalms. It's a beautiful scripture. Psalms 105:5. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, O ye children of Jacob, has chosen. He is the Lord our power. His judgments are in all the earth. All right? His wonders, and the judgments of his mouth. All right, so hold on. Let's see what else we have here. What does bad omen mean? An omen is an event. What's that? April 8th. That's an event or happening that you take as sign of something to come. A sign for something to come. Which brings to mind Isaiah 14. You know, it believes to be a bad omen if a black cat crosses your path, or if it rains on your wedding day. Omens generally get a bad rap. That's probably because a lot of them predict bad stuff, at least according to superstitions. Is a red sun a bad omen? What are signs of a bad omen? It's omen. Omen. It's omen. Slugging. What brings bad omen? A bunch of superstitious shit. Interpretation of omens and signs. What's this? Sephoria. Bad omens, threats, and punishments. Solar eclipses, and Tanakh, Talmud, and philosophy. And time and date, solar eclipses, myths, and superstitions. It's a lot of bug out stuff, but still Esau, like it says in Jeremiah 10 and 1, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Native American Israelite solar eclipse myths and legends. The Pomo, an indigenous group of people who live in the northwestern United States, tell a story of a bear who started a fight with the sun. A bunch of bug out madness. I don't we've done this filth, man. Just focus on this top here. Right? The signs that the ruler will soon die, or a war would break out, or famine would come. So let's do this here. Let's go to Isaiah. No, Obadiah. I might come back to that Ezekiel 14, Isaiah 14, but Obadiah. Okay. Uh, 15, for the day of the Lord, whereas you can start at 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And these are the scriptures that he's terrified of. Terrified of. You know, again, he never thought of the latter end of his wickedness. He never thought that a day of reckoning would come. He never even considered it or thought of it. His pride blinded him. His pride, the power he has. He was drunken off the power he has. So it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So right now, again, we're reading Esau, his indictment. We're charging this devil. He's given an open indictment. To arrest this motherfucker, arrest him now. Just literally, the spirit is against these motherfuckers, man. These pieces of shit. The spirit is totally against them. So again, they're worried. Neither should thou, and they're seeing these things happen around the world, not just the madness that they're actually doing, but they're seeing the actual spirit at work. They're seeing how a lot of judgments is coming down. They're seeing a lot of natural disaster. They're seeing all these things. A lot of death. They're seeing how death is just reigning. They would have loved for the East. They would love for wickedness to continue on, for the secrets, the whatever's all the madness and shit that's they've been doing in secret. They would love for it to remain a secret, because that's where a lot of their power remains. And that's how they're able to remain in power, is mainly because of what's been done in secret. But everything has been brought out into the light, and there's nothing they can do about it. Mainly the truth of everything is being brought to the light, and especially his wicked works. Everything's being brought to the light, and there's nothing he can do about it now. Neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And there it is. And we're witness the signs and the wonders to let us know that these things is coming. This day is coming. For the day of the Lord, this day is coming. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. This day is coming. It's here. It's knocking. It's knocking. So let's see here. Let me do this. Lock it. Let me do this. It says First Corinthians 15:24, then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. So Esau, Edom, you're on your way out. So this kingdom can't stand at the same time simultaneously with the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So the scripture says the saints shall take the kingdom. The saints. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. And I should have read this Daniel 7:13 first. And this is direct precept for 1 Corinthians. I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man come with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory. This is all Yahushai, and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Here you go. All right, so let's do this. Let's jump to Isaiah 14. This devil's, he's on his way out. He's definitely on his way out. There's no doubt about it. Why doubt it when the devil knows he's on his way out? When these damn devils know they're on their way out. When they know about these signs, why would you doubt it? Why would anyone doubt it? But it's not given for everyone to know. Everyone's eyes and their mind wasn't opened up to this fact, these judgments. And there's another scripture as well. And there's one in John. But let me continue on. Let me read this here, which this is referring to a man and not some spiritual Lucifer, which that's what the world push. Some Lucifer or some spiritual being. They equate Satan and Lucifer as the same individual. Wrong. Okay, so you can start. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. Isaiah 14:5. Verse 6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee. At thy coming it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, as the noise of the vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. His power is decaying. Not just the world that he's ruling, but his power itself is decaying. That's what that the pomp is brought down to the grave. Thy pomp, exaltation and majesty, his pride. There you go. He's fallen. He's brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm, which represents decay and maggots, worm, as cause and sign of the decay. Okay, so it's the world, his world that he's ruling, and his power. Because the scripture says the earth language and fadeth away. The earth mourneth, and I'm quoting Isaiah. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but and mourneth. You know what the scripture says. Okay, so it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? He's the all light seen on the left hand side. Lucifer, son of the morning. How that bright that sun is in the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakens the nations? So Lucifer is a man. He's a man. And he turned this and he got the wicked and turned this scripture into a whole different. You hear this dog snoring? He's dreaming. His dog is dreaming. Probably how Esau sleeps. I gotta wake him up because I'm tired of hearing it. That's how Esau's sleeping. But it sounds like he's barking in his dream. He's not barking, but in his dream. Anyway, Lucifer, light bearer. So he's a light bearer on the left hand side, shining one, morning star of the king of Babylon. And Satan describing the king of Babylon. All right, so it's a man. And he weakens the nations. How? By many ways. Attacks, burden, or wars. Drugs. He stressed the people out with his sorcery. He weakens the nations, man. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Here, it's a condition of life, heaven and hell. They're conditions of life. All right. There ain't no spiritual realm of hell where you're going to burn forever. How many times we're going to got to keep repeating that? They're conditions of life. All right. To the sides of the pit. And this is where this devil's headed, and he's know it. So this wrath that this devil's going to come with, man, he knows that. So he's going to have to come with great wrath. That this, he's going to do everything he can to overwhelm the world to remain in that power seat. But there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do, like the scripture says in Revelation 12. Let me grab that. It's written already, Revelation 12. Where it's describing the angels fighting. Let me get to my point, just my point. Revelation 12:7, there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast, and that's Esau, Edom. The great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, that old wicked ass piece of shit, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. There you go. Cast it out. Cast out. Cast out of heaven. He's taken out of his power seat. And this is what's coming for this piece of shit. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? This is where it's going. This is a future prophecy. This is a future vision. What's to come, where this devil's going to be in the pit, and we're going to be looking down like these people. Now, when you even watch videos of them, you can see how they're just weak, frail individuals, man, but wicked of all. Their mind is wicked, is beyond wicked. Why? Because they were programmed that way. They were made to be that way. The perfect devil, man. Literally the perfect devil. It says here that made the world as a wilderness. He was given that gift of the sword. His blessing was the sword, and he done made great weapons, great swords, to the point that, he done developed thermonuclear missiles that's literally he going to bomb himself out of power. That made a world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the not the house of his prisoners. The largest prison population than the rest of the world combined, right here in Babylon, man. Right here in Babylon. So this is a good thing, these omens. That's why we're so anticipating that day, because we know what comes with it. Again, the signs and wonders, for something that's to come soon afterwards. Not on that day. The false doctrine you pushing that the world's going to end that day, or we're going to be in the kingdom that day. No, it's just future things to come soon. Things super, like it says here, a sign that the ruler would soon die, or a war will break out, which we know the third woe cometh quickly, and that third woe is probably more likely to help kick in a famine around the world, because the merchandise won't be being shipped, and things, the world won't be hitting on all cylinders, so to speak. Let's say it that way. Because of this war that's happening, man, and a lot of other um, what you want to say with what's going on with the uproars of the people around the world. A lot of them cylinders, in a car when all cylinders are hitting, that car is having trouble, lots of trouble to run properly, and a lot of times it's going to break down soon afterwards. But and that's how the world is. It's not going to be hitting on all cylinders. Leaking oil. So this is beautiful. The day of the eclipse of the solar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. X'd out. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. This is fantastic news, man. This is fantastic news. So let me get my scripture here so I can close. Remember the John 12 from the Revelation 12, the number 12. John 12, it says here, John 12 and 30, Yahushua answered and said, this voice came not because of me, but for your sakes. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. Come on.
Strong's G 2920. Crisis.
Almost sound like crisis, doesn't it? Crisis. A separating, sundering, separation, a trial, contest, selection, judgment, opinion or decision given concerning anything, concerning justice and injustice, right or wrong, sentence of condemnation, damnatory judgment, condemnation, and punishment. There you go. There you go. So he's on his way out. Like this Lamentation, can't read that enough. Lamentation 4. You can never read that enough. I'll never get tired of reading Lamentations. Lamentation 4. Let's play it out. You can't play it out. Rejoice and be glad. Lamentation 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Okay, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. There you go. So I hope you're edified till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.